Did you know that the average cost of a wedding in the United States keeps climbing, with some reports putting the 2025 season and their figures at over $36,000 per wedding event? For a lot of couples, it's the most expensive day of their lives. But what if the biggest price you pay isn't financial? What if the wedding industry's greatest trick is convincing you that your love, it isn't enough? Unless, of course, it's perfectly packaged, flawlessly filtered, and sold back to you at wild markups. Let's get loose. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to the Loose Lip Podcast. My name is Kelsey Ray, and I will be the MUA whose brain we will be picking today. For decades, we've been fed a fairy tale. The story of the perfect day, the perfect dress, the perfect couple. But behind the glittery facade is a massive global machine that has become an expert not only in celebrating love, but in manufacturing and monetizing it. It's an industry built on comparison, pressure, and carefully constructed psychological triggers, all designed to make you feel like you are not enough. Now, to get how we got here, you have to realize that the modern wedding is kind of a new invention. Just a few generations ago, weddings were simpler. Think community gatherings and backyard celebrations and churches and town halls and things like that. They were about the commitment, not the production value. So, how did it change? What changed? In very few words, media. First, it was the glossy bridal magazines, selling a very specific, very narrow, and very white ideal of what a bride should be. They created a template for the perfect wedding, and with it, a checklist of expensive must-haves. Then came the internet, and after that, social media, which basically poured gasoline on the fire. This is due to rising inspiration and expectations that have raised peer pressure and social pressure. Suddenly, a wedding wasn't just a private event for you and your loved ones. It was content. It was a performance to be broadcast to hundreds, sometimes thousands of people online. This shift created an explosion of visual pressure. Social media platforms have been staggeringly increasing in searches for specific bridal looks. Natural glam bridal makeup is up 700% from what it used to be. Bridal hair buns and updos are up 400%. And regular hairstyles and bridal hair down styles are up 200%. This isn't just about couples looking for ideas. This is about the algorithm creating a standardization and often unobtainable ideal for everyone. Platforms like Pinterest, Instagram, and now TikTok have become the new rulebook. 72% of couples now find their wedding inspiration off of these visuals and these platforms, and the industry has definitely taken notice. They no longer have to just sell you a product. They can sell you a viral moment, a trending aesthetic, and the picture-perfect reel. They have built a system where your wedding is judged not only by the joy that you're having and bringing into the room, but by how good it looks on a screen to strangers. The problem is this perfection is an illusion. It's a marketing concept designed for one purpose and one purpose only, to make you spend more money. The industry created a fantasy and then it started charging us admission to it. So how exactly does the industry turn all this pressure into profit? They use a surprisingly sophisticated psychological toolkit that preys on your most basic human vulnerabilities. It's a masterclass in manipulation, and it really works. First, and most powerful, is social comparison. We are all wired to compare ourselves to others, but where we once might have compared ourselves to our neighbors, we now compare ourselves to an endless, algorithmically curated feed of the most beautiful, extravagant, and seemingly flawless weddings from all over the world. A Zolo report from 2025 found that while 91% of couples get inspiration from social media, nearly half of them struggle with the gap between these pictures and the perfect ideas and their actual budget. This creates this nagging sense of inadequacy. Your backyard wedding can feel small when you've just seen an influencer get married on a cliffside in Italy. Your simple dinner feels lacking after you scroll through videos of receptions with custom-built stages and surprise musical guests. This isn't just keeping up with the Joneses. It's not that simple anymore. It's trying to keep up with a fantasy that was probably staged and sponsored and heavily edited to begin with. The industry cashes in on this anxiety, selling you products and services as the magic solution to close that gap. This pressure is especially intense when it comes to appearance. The phrase shredding for the wedding has become a grimly accepted part of getting married, but it goes way beyond diet and exercise. It has fueled a boom in pre-wedding cosmetic procedures, from Botox and fillers to veneers. The goal isn't to look like the best version of yourself like it used to be. It's to look like the quote-unquote bridal version of yourself, which is flawless, poreless, and ageless. The industry itself reinforces these toxic standards. Let's talk about bridal dress sizing, for example. A thesis from the University of Arkansas pointed out that the bridal industry has no standardized sizing chart, deliberate practices that cause a ton of confusion and distress for clients. Brides often find out that they need one size, 2, 3, sometimes even 4 sizes larger than their normal street size for their dresses. I remember going and buying my wedding dress, and it was so debilitating knowing that I am normally a street size 12, and in my wedding dress, I had to get a 16, 18. Now, nothing against size 16, 18 by any means. I'm a curvy girl, but it was just knowing that I had put so much work in to try to lean out and look my best for my wedding, and then I go and put on this dress that's supposed to be the dress of my dreams, and it's not even close to my normal sizing. It made me feel so bad about myself, and that's intentional. For someone already under immense pressure, that experience can be so deeply damaging to your body image. As the report from the University of Arkansas states, the bridal industry has the potential to affect more brides in this way on a daily basis more than any other apparel. It's a system that seems almost designed to make you feel bad about your body and then sell you a solution in the form of a hyper-expensive dress and costly alterations. And the media just doubles down on this narrow-minded ideal. And within that same thesis, it also states that the media is promoting a cultural ideal for the perfect body type, which is harmful for all who consume that media. Disabled people, plus-size people, people of the LGBTQIA+ community are almost invisible in mainstream wedding media. It sends a very clear message about who gets to have the perfect day and who isn't included in that. Now, I have a very good feeling that I'm going to get a lot of pushback on this last one because it's something that I personally fight against with my own business for hair and makeup, and it's going to be the most infamous tool in the industry, and that's the wedding tax. This is the well-documented trick where vendors charge more for the exact same services just because the word wedding is attached. And I know y'all know about this if you've ever tried to plan a wedding or have your own wedding. A tiered cake for a birthday might cost a few $100s, but when you call in for it and you say wedding cake, the price magically doubles or sometimes even triples. So a little story time. This is a great example about how the wedding industry uses this wedding tax to make the pricing absolutely insane. So a friend of mine that I used to work with in Chicago, she is a journalist and we worked in production together when I was there. And she doesn't know anything about the wedding industry. She doesn't have any idea about really what goes into the whole process. We were talking about the insanity of the price differences, say hair and makeup for an event comparatively to a wedding, or cakes or venues and so on, was just exuberant. So we Googled and picked 5 different bakeries from across Washington state. Now, Washington is number 5 in the states for getting married. We have every type of season all year long, every different type of location that you could want, and it's very easily accessible. we're pretty busy here, and weddings are a huge market. So what we did was I would call one bakery and ask for a 2-layer cake that would be enough to feed about 100 people. Very simple, very minimal design, and it would be for my parents' 50th wedding anniversary. My friend would call the same exact bakeries and ask for a cake in the same exact specifications to feed about 100 people, very minimum design, but it was for a wedding. The price differencing between the event cake and the wedding cake was absolutely extravagant. With my pricing for my parents' anniversary cake, it was between $150 to some of the nicer bakeries, $300. Hers, when she called for the wedding cake, it was between $900 and $1,200 for the same exact type of cake, the same exact specifications. But just because she said wedding, the price quadrupled. Now, vendors will often justify this by saying weddings are more work and come with higher expectations. While sure, of course, weddings are high stakes and they are emotional events, but the size of the markup often goes way beyond covering a little extra labor. And I am a wedding vendor. I understand the process, but the surcharges, it goes beyond just the extra labor. It's a surcharge on your emotions. The industry knows couples are emotionally invested and willing to pay a premium for their once-in-a-lifetime day. They're banking on you not questioning the quote because you've been taught that this is just what weddings are. They're just expensive. This is backed up by industry analysis like Think Splendid, who point out that most of the research about the wedding market is biased and designed to hide anything that didn't serve the industry's financial interests. The entire financial structure is built on a lack of transparency, preying on the fact that most of us are planning an event this big for the very first time and have no idea what to expect. These pressures are honestly huge, and I'm sure a lot of you watching and listening have felt them. The industry thrives when we feel alone in our stress. But let's change that. What's the most ridiculous wedding expectation or inflation cost that you've come across? Share your comments and stories with us in the comments below. I'd love to hear them, especially from a client's point of view or maybe even from another wedding vendor's point of view. It's time that we started talking about all this openly and honestly and started letting each other know that we're not insane, that we're not alone in all this, and it is the truth about the wedding industry. Now, getting back to it, here's one of the sneakiest parts of the whole machine, the illusion of choice. We're told that our wedding should be a unique reflection of our love story, right? But are the choices we're making really our own? Or are we just picking from the pre-approved menu of trends that have been marketed to us as originality? The de-influencing trend on TikTok is a direct reaction to all this. People are just exhausted by the endless cycle of must-have products and fleeting aesthetics. The exact same thing is happening in the wedding world. Trends like quiet luxury or choreographed first dances, champagne towers, and multiple outfit changes aren't just bubbling up organically. They're often planted by the media and influencers, promoted by planners, and then blasted out by the wedding media machine. We see celebrity weddings with some unique features, and within months, it's being marketed as an essential add-on for your package. The industry has gotten incredibly good at creating a sense of this urgency and FOMO. They convince couples that their wedding doesn't include the latest trends, and if it doesn't, it will look dated, boring, and cheap. The way these trends are delivered is more powerful than ever before. Research from Dash Social shows that Reels and content on Instagram perform 3 times better than static posts. This pushes vendors to create visual, spectacular, often beauty-focused content that's designed to go viral. Your desire for a unique wedding gets enhanced into a desire for a viral moment, a moment that is ironically packaged and sold by the very industry claiming to offer you personalization. You're not choosing what you love, you're choosing what you think will perform well online. Now, this creates a really vicious cycle. The more we see these manufactured trends, the more normal they feel. The more normal they feel, the more pressure couples feel to include them. The bar is constantly being raised, and so are the costs. Even couples who genuinely want a small, simple wedding find themselves struggling. According to Zola's 2025 data, while intimate weddings are supposedly in right now, The reality is that most weddings still have over 100 guests, and the average budget keeps going up. They may want to opt out, but the industry makes opting out feel like it's a failure. It makes you feel inadequate. And that is the core of the business model. The wedding industry doesn't sell love. It sells status. It sells conformity disguised as uniqueness. It profits by making you question your own taste and your own budget, and even your own love story. It creates problems. Your stationery isn't cohesive. Your wedding isn't editorial enough. And then, conveniently, it sells you the expensive solutions to your problems. So how do we break free? If the problem is manufactured insecurity, the solution isn't just finding cheaper flowers. It's about a total mindset shift. It's about actively and intentionally de-influencing your own wedding. It's about taking the celebration back so it reflects your values, not industry trends. First, you have to define what a wedding actually means to you and your partner. Before you open Pinterest, before you tour a single venue, sit down and write a mission statement for your wedding. What is the actual goal? Is it to celebrate with your absolute closest loved ones? Is it to throw an amazing party? Is it to honor your families and traditions? Be brutally honest. This mission statement becomes your North Star. Every single decision from the guest list to the decor should be filtered through it. If something doesn't serve that purpose and that mission, cut it out. No guilt, no apologies. Second, curate your influences. Unfollow the wedding accounts that make you feel anxious or broke. Mute the Pinterest boards filled with six-figure celebrations. A 2024 study by Empower found that over half of couples are expected to go over their wedding budget. Much of this is driven by the constant visual pressure to spend more. Protect your sanity and your wallet by stepping away from the algorithm. The best inspiration for your wedding will come from your own life, your own story, and your own relationship, not a stranger's highlight reel. Last but not least, question everything. When a vendor gives you a package, ask for a line item breakdown. If a cost seems wild, ask why. Question the traditions you are told are non-negotiable. Do you really need favors that most guests will leave behind anyway? Do you need a massive wedding party full of people you aren't even close to? Does every single piece of paper really need to come from the same expensive stationery suite? Asking why is the most powerful tool we have. Every time you question expensive purchase, ask yourself, am I doing this for us or am I doing this for the photo? And am I doing this because it brings me joy or because I'm afraid of what people will think if I don't? The modern wedding industry is a marketing masterpiece. It has successfully taken one of the most profound human experiences, committing your life to someone you love, and turned it into a product. It has built a multi-trillion-dollar empire on your insecurities, convincing us that the measure of our love can be found in a budget, a dress size, or the number of likes that we have on Instagram. But you have the power to reject that story. You can choose to see your wedding not as a performance, but as a celebration, one that is authentic, meaningful, and most of all, joyful. A wedding doesn't have to be a spectacular spectacle. It just has to be special. It doesn't have to be expensive to be beautiful. It just has to be yours. Your love is enough. It always has been. If this video resonates with you, give it a like and help spread the message. Subscribe for more deep dives into the culture that shapes our lives and hit that notification bell so you don't miss the next one. I'd like to thank all of my subscribers on YouTube, all of my listeners on Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, and on renderingbeauty.com/podcast. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.